Okay, folks, welcome back. We're looking at the new style of papers here. Now, the new papers for the syllabus for 2015. So this is the new style, completely new for 2015. We've been doing a couple of these papers before, but we haven't been recording them. We're doing them using the visualizer, but we thought today we would put this up to give the students and the people who are following on YouTube an opportunity to see what the new style of questions are likely to be like. Okay, so this is like a sample paper following the new style that's in the new syllabus. Okay. Okay, we're recording now. Please, can you please keep everything civil? That's 2015, the new May 2015 Key Stage 2 SATS papers. Okay, here we go. Right.
We're likely to.
Okay, question number 1. Write this number in digits. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, write this number in digits 5 and 36 hundredths. Okay, let's change a nice color. So the 5 is 5 whole, and 36 hundredths would normally look like this. Okay, hang on a second, folks. So as we said previously, here's the 5. So the 5 is here, and the 36 hundredths will look like that. Now, 36 hundredths, 36 divided by 100 will give you what? 0.36. And then you put the 5 with it, so that will give us an answer of? 5.36. So 5.36 will go into here. Okay. More brighter. It just warms up the lamp. Next, question number 2. 100 people go to a concert. Each person pays £5.50 each. What is the total money? Total amount of ticket money raised. So we got £5.50, and we're going to multiply that by 100. Now we have a trick way of multiplying by 100. What's that trick way? Let's have Mr. Kamal. When you multiply decimal number by 100, we move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So £5.50 very quickly and very easily becomes £550. So that is the way that we do that question. Please keep your private comments yourself. We are making a video, so we don't need I done this and I done that. And I walked down to the park and I went to school and I had a samosa to eat and stuff. And keep all those comments, please, to yourself. Good. Okay. By how much is 1 meter longer than 1 millimeter? Okay. Now this is an important question. Now, so let me just go hold of my pen. Okay, let's get hold of that, and then we'll go for a red. Now, in 1 meter, and go 1 millimeter. How many millimeters are there in 1 meter? Who knows the conversion? Go on.
1 millimeter equals 10.
1 meter.
10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter.
So 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. And how many centimeters make a meter?
100.
And 100 centimeters makes 1 meter. So in 1 meter, we have actually how many millimeters?
1,000.
1,000. Because you have 100 centimeters, and in each centimeter, you have 10 millimeters. So in a sense, what we're doing here is calculations 100 centimeters. Times that by 10, that will give you 1,000 millimeters in the meter. So he goes, how much is that? How much is this bigger than 1 millimeter? That's quite a straightforward question now. Once we've done the conversion, we do 1,000 minus 1. How much is bigger? Which answer is 999. It is 999 millimeters bigger. Are we happy with that, folks? Did everybody get that right? Okay. If you weren't sure there's 1,000, you start with 10 centimeters, 100 centimeters in a meter, and by 10. Next, lovely. Question number 4. If you double a number, then double it again, you have 72. What is the number? Okay, question number 4. So we start off with the number, and we multiply it by 2, that's doubling, yes?
Yeah.
And then we multiply by 2 again, double again, and the answer is 72. So what I've done, I've set up an equation. Now, we have to think, when you double and double, that's the same as multiplying by 4. When you double twice, it's times by 4. Opposite of multiplying by 4 is?
Divide by 4.
So we have to reverse the operation, and that will give us the mysterious number that we started with the beginning. So 72, we do the bus stop technique, and we divide it by 4. That gives 1 and 3, and that gives us 18 altogether, and that's the answer to that question. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, here we go. On this scale, the arrows show the weight of 2 books. Here is a different scale. Draw an arrow to show the weight of the same books. Okay, first of all, we need to find out what this weight is over here. Now, hang on a second. We got 2 kilograms and 3 kilograms. How many gaps do we have in between?
10.
10 gaps. And between 2 kilograms and 3 kilograms, how many kilograms do we have? 1 kilogram. So 1 kilogram, we're dividing amongst 10 gaps, which will give you 0.1 kilogram jumps. Or we could think about it as 100 gram jumps. So that's 2 kilograms. That's 2 kilograms and 100 grams and 200 grams and so on and so on. So this weight here will be what? 2.6 kilograms.
Okay.
So each one is worth 0.1. Each little line is worth 0.1 of kg. So 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6. Now, we have to put 2.6 on the bottom one. So let me get a hold of a line. Let's get a hold of the line. We have a line here. Now 2.6. Now if you look over here, we got 2 to 3. How many gaps do we have now?
5.
5. Let me get back to the pen. Actually, brush. So we've got now 1 kilogram divided by 5 gaps. That gives you what? 0.2 kilograms per jump. Okay? Before it was 0.1, now it's 0.2. So we have to find 2.6. So let's have a look. So here's 2, 2.2, 2.4, 2.6. So we need to draw a line towards that. So let's get our little line function. Let's get a red and off you go. Okay. Alright, so we have here our line. And that's 2.6. So we have to draw a line at the third notch after 2 kilograms, and that's the end of that question. Lovely. Okay, right. Question number 6. A equals 3, B equals minus 2, C equals 4. And find the value of A plus B. So we are doing some substitution here. So the A value is 3. So under the A we put a 3. And then we're going to add the B value. B value is? Minus 2. Now don't get confused if you got 3, add minus 2. That can be simplified as 3 minus 2.
1.
So that gives you an answer of 1. Okay. When you add the minus number, it just is the same as saying minus 2. Okay. Are we happy with that? So you put 1 in here. Next says B minus C. So B is minus 2. So under the B, put a minus 2. And then we take away the value of C. C is value of 4. So minus 2 minus 4. Now this is, remember the work we did last week on negative numbers?
Yes.
Okay, right. Hang on a second. I like that answer. It's a plus. Yeah, that's fantastic.
No,
Special. Okay, lovely. Let's stop right there. 2 minuses make a plus. That shows how much attention you paid last lesson. 2 minuses which are physically next to each other make a plus. 2 minuses in a question don't make a plus. So for example, if we had 2 minus minus 4. So this is what Kamal is talking about. In this situation only, do those 2 minuses become a plus. And the answer becomes 6. In this particular case, the minuses are not next to each other. So minus 2 minus 4, what do we get? The answer is?
Minus 6.
Beautiful. Minus 6. Right, put your hand up without shouting your name to show me that you got those 2 questions right. And that was based on what we done last week. And then, okay. Right, okay. So we need some more work on negative numbers.
I didn't see the minus 2. I didn't see the minus on the 2.
Okay, there's the minus right there. There you go, look here. Okay, next question. Okay, question number 7. Calculate the missing angle. Don't get confused with angle. That's something quite different on the straight line below. Now, there's a rule that we learn when you're doing angle theory. Now, the rule is angles. Okay, well, what's the rule for this question? Who knows the rule? Go on.
The whole angle adds up to 180.
Okay, be a bit more specific. Go on.
The whole angle is 180.
Okay, a straight angle is 180, that's correct. So this here, from what we can say here, that from here all the way to here will give us a total of 180. Why? Because it's at this point here. Now the correct definition is angles at a point on a straight line add up to 180.
80.
So hang on a second, calm down. Right, this little box here represents what?
90 degrees.
90 degrees.
'Cause they're right here.
And this is 18 degrees. So we know this and we know this, but we don't know this. Hang on. So we can say angle A add 90 add 18 is equal to 180. Well, 90 add 18 gives you what?
108.
108. Hang on. So you jump into answer without going through the method.
Then
Yes.
108 add 72 equals 180. So
So the opposite of 108 adding 108 is?
minus 100.
So we call solving the equation. So A then is equal to 72 degrees. So A is equal to 72 degrees. Whoops, I've got about degrees or tangent. Okay, are we happy with that?
Yep. Yes.
Yes? Okay, there we go. Here we go. I know, don't worry. I think I'm going to make it a bit more smaller. Give me one moment while I just adjust my working out space. Lovely. Okay, that's good. Okay, the pie chart shows the results of a survey in which 80 children were asked how they travel to school. Half the children travel by car. Okay, now, let's just think about the words that he's using in the text. He says half of them.
That's half 80 is 40.
Lovely. Well done, Mr. Kamal spotted that. So if you start with 80 and half of them go by car, so how many go by car?
40.
40. Why? Because 80, here you go, 80 divided by 2 is equal to 40. 40 go by
car.
Okay. An equal number cycle or walk. Okay, now we can see from the pie chart here that the bus takes how much space?
20.
A quarter. So the people that go by bus is a quarter. A quarter of how much? Quarter of how much?
80.
80. Quarter of 80 is equal to?
20.
So Mr. Kamal is just shouting out answers. It's not about shouting answers. We need to work out the answer here. This is not like a shouting lesson where everybody starts screaming answers and then we put that on the internet. Nobody will learn anything. Yeah, we need to show how we got our answers. Okay, so half of 80, quarter of 80 is 20. So what was that bus? So put the bus in here. Okay, now cycle. Now what they've done here, this cycle and walk is equal, isn't they? Yeah. Now cycle and walk together make how much of the pie chart? One quarter. So what's half of a quarter?
40.
That's called an eighth. So an eighth of 80 is going to be cycling,
10.
which is equal to 10.
Yes.
So cycle is 10, and because the walk is equal to it, so walk will be also 10. So remember, it's 10, but not Ben 10. That's something completely different. Okay. So 40 at 10 at 20 at 10 will give us what? 80, and it works. Because we'll write the angle. That's easy because we know we can just see from the. So the car is, what's that called? What kind of angle is that? That's called a straight angle, which is 180. So the car is 180 degrees. Walking, we said was, well, let's do the bus first. The bus was a quarter. What's a quarter, Uzma?
Quarter is 25%.
But how many degrees? 90. Because we're doing degrees, yeah? Okay. And cycling was half of that. So half of 90 is 45. And then the walking is also 45. That's a nice, the angles they give are nice angles to work with. Okay, are we happy with that question? We done it? You happy with that? Okay, let's move on to the next question.
I already did this question.
Okay, right. Let's see if this is the next question.
Take it.
Okay, 1 second. No, it's not pause. It's working.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I might need to make it a little bit smaller.
That's too small.
But that's I got no choice. Okay, here we go. Right. A square garden has an area of 144 meters squared. Okay, let's look for the key words in this particular question. They mentioned the word square.
144 meters.
Hang on a second. A square garden. How long is each of the sides? Now, they haven't given you any of the sides, but they're giving the area. You might think, oh, that's too hard. Let's have a look. Area is equal to length times by width. We know that the length and the width are both the same. So the length and width are the same. So we say length times by length in a sense. And what is the area again? 144 is equal to the length times by itself. So we have to think to ourselves, no, 144 meters square. Meter square is just the units. It's not 144 square. That's something completely different. So we have to think, what number multiplied by itself gives us 144? So we should be thinking about square numbers. Okay, so what number times by itself gives you 144? Okay, thank you very much, Zainab. So the answer here would be 12 times by 12 is equal to 144. So how long is each side of the garden?
12.
So the answer is 12 meters, not centimeters. The area is in a meter squared. Or if you wanted to look at it in a different way, you could say 144 is just change color for the different way. Hang on a second. Just a clever clothes. It's a smarty. Okay. So we have 144 is equal to the length squared. Yes? Length times by length. And if you want to solve that, work out the length. Opposite squaring. Who knows opposite squaring? Square rooting. So the square root of 144 would be equal to 12. So that would be another mathematical technique we're working at. It's a bit more technical. And that's the end of that question. Next question, number 10. Okay. Maisie thinks that to multiply a number by 10, you just add a 0 at the end.
Whoa, that's too big.
Just give me a second. I think we can work here.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. Is she correct? Explain why you think she might not always be correct. Let's have a look. Now, she is correct if you do working with numbers like this. So, for example, if you start, I'm going to use all the space I got available. So 20. Okay, no, let's not do 20. Let's do 23. 23. If we multiply this by 10, the answer is 230. So she said that you simply add a 0. Is that what's right? We have done everything. In this particular question, we have just. If I can find where my pen was. We have just added 0. So she's correct here. So Maisie is correct for this example.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so Maisie
It's correct for this one.
is correct here in this example. Now, so she said that you just add 0 and explain why you think she might not always be correct. So we're gonna now give examples where she's wrong. So let's change color now. Let's go for green. Okay, let's pick now 2.3 times that by 10. 2.3, if you multiply that by 10, what do we get?
23.
We have to get the decimal point and move one place forward to the right. So that gives us an answer of 23. So 2.3 times by 10. So she said 2.3 times by 10 is equal to 2.30. Is that what she said, isn't she?
Yeah.
So this is Maisie's. And we can see that that is not equal to that. Yeah. So this is Maisie's idea. And our calculation shows otherwise. So this here. So Maisie is not correct now.
Yes, I know.
Maisie. Whoops. Maisie is not correct with her rule for this second example. Okay. Are we happy with that for question number 10?
Yes, I know.
Yes, but yeah, why you think sometimes she's always correct? So we've given 2 examples. So 2.3 times by 10 is not 2.30, it's 23. That's enough. Okay, next question. Next question number?
11.
Number 11. Okay. Freddie baked cupcakes over the weekend. Not Freddy Krueger, something quite scary. Okay. Are you happy? You write down the corrections?
Huh?
Yeah, if you made mistakes, you write down the corrections.
Yeah.
Have you written down the corrections there?
I've got to,
Come on, you need to wake. Come on.
this one.
I haven't got there yet. Have you written down the questions for this? Okay, folks, for those of you in the class, can you please wake up? Yeah, you need. If you made a mistake on the question, can you at least copy down the correction? Some of you just sitting there like you are at the cinema or something, in Star City watching a movie or something. You need to write down the corrections. Okay. Freddie baked cupcakes over the weekend. Each day during the week, he took 7 cakes to school to share with his friends. Now, each day during the week. So he goes to school how many days a week? 5 days. 5 days. And each day he gives 7 cakes away.
So he makes 35.
Hang on a second. So that means he's given away how many cakes? 35 cupcakes. Okay? Because by Friday evening he had 19 left. So he had 19 left at home, wasn't it? Yeah? So let's have a look at that. So he had 19 left over.
How many friends did he have?
So he gave 7 cakes per day for 5 days out. But when he counted how many he had left over from his cooking event, he had 19 left. So 35 at 19. What's 35 at 19? Let's go for that. Mr. Was it 5 at 9 will give us?
24. 14.
14. 3 at 1 is, that'll give you a total of? Okay, are we happy with that? So the final answer for question number 11 is 54. Okay, put your hands up, show who got 54 for that question.
54.
Yeah, it's a thinking question. Next question.
Number 12.
Okay, number 12. Each missing number is a multiple of 4 and all missing numbers are different.
10, 8, 10.
Okay, now when they mention multiples of 4, what are we talking about?
The 4, 8, 1.
Yeah, in the 4 times table.
Oh, I wrote the 4 times.
So 4 times table, so we got 4, 8,
12.
12, 16, blah, 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 and so on.
10, 8,
So we got to pick multiples of 4 that make that that total 28. And the answer will give, so let's, for example, we started with 4. And then we can add how much?
16.
8. And then we can add how much?
16.
Done.
Oh, I don't
So 4 and 8 will give you 12. 12 and 16 is 28. That's done. Next question. It says Rishi knows that the area of a right angled triangle is equal to the half of the area of a rectangle with the same base and height. This helps him to calculate the unshaded area of the shape below. Calculate the unshaded area. I need to move this shape down a bit, please, folks, so just bear with me, please.
So, what's the correct this?
Yeah, right a minute, yeah, a minute. So we have to work out the area of this part here, folks. Can we see that? What I'll do, I'll mark the corners. Just give me one moment while I get my right pen. Okay, so this is the corners of the unshaded triangle. Can we see that triangle down there? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now we've got to work out the area of this because hang on a second, pardon me. Because calculate the unshaded area. Is that right?
Yeah.
So we're not working at the shaded area. We're working at the white area, the unshaded area. Okay, let's go for it. So this part here, okay, I'll put like a circle in the corners. This first part is an area of a rectangle.
Yeah.
So we say area is equal to, it's not a square, length times by width, which is 10. Here's my length, and here's my width. 10 times by 8 is equal to?
80.
So the first part is 80 centimeters square. That's the area of the first part of the shape, which is here, which I'll try to mimic. Give me a second, folks. I will try to show you what it is in orange. And let's go for it.
Time's going slow.
Okay. Is it? Is that good or bad? So we just worked out the area of this orange bit here. Are we happy with that, folks? Are we happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely, beautiful. Okay, let's go for brush. Triangle. Okay, brush.
Oh, this is 40.
Whoa, I don't think we want that.
It's 40.
Okay, so right. Okay, here comes the next part, folks. Sorry about that little bit of technical problem there. Just let me get back to brush. I don't need a brush now. Now we need to work out the area of this triangle here. The triangle here is going to be defined by, let me put the corners in, back in. This corner, and this corner of this white triangle. Okay, so now the area of the triangle is equal to base times by the
height
divided by
2.
2. Beautiful.
40.
So the base is equal to
4.5
4.5.
times it.
Hang on a second. 4.5 times by the height. What's the height of this triangle here? What's this height here? The height is?
8 centimeters.
We use that 8 again. And then we have to divide everything by
8.
2. Okay. 4.5. If we double 4.5, that'll give us 9. And then we multiply 9 by 4. Because you're going to 9 down by 4 will give us?
36.
And then we divide it by 2, that'll give us?
18.
18. So 18 is the area of this triangle part here. So we got 80 and another 18 will give us the total of the unshaded area. That gives us a total unshaded area of
98.
98. 98 centimeters squared. And that was the answer to question number 13. Are we happy with that, Uzma? Is that good? So we got that? You understand it now, yeah? So we look at the area of the rectangular bit, area of the triangular bit, and add them up. Composite shapes.
19.
98 is the answer, yes. 98 centimeters squared is the unshaded area, the white area. Okay, are we happy with that? Let's move on to the next question.
That I just guessed.
Okay, well done.
Oh,
Okay.
what are we posing?
I don't need to just test more time. Okay, question number 14. In the test, Freddy, scary man, obtained 11 marks out of 25. What is his percentage mark? Okay, nice and lovely question about changing something out of something as a percentage. Okay, let's go for a nice orange. So here we go. We have 11. It says out of. Out of means divide 25. So we have 11 out of 25. So we got a fraction. So Uzma, I want to change the fraction into a percentage. What is the traditional old school method? What do? We have to multiply it by 100 over 1 is one technique. You could do also equivalent technique as well. But this is the traditional technique. I'll do both actually. Now, we need to now, what do we do now for this? Huzaifa, we cancel.
Yeah.
So divide, so you look at diagonally, this diagonal here. 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. 11 times by 4 is
44.
and 1 times by 1 is 1, not 2. 44 divided by 1 is 44. So the 44% is the answer using traditional technique. I'll put the answer in here and I'll quickly go through the equivalent technique with you right now.
So close.
Yeah, but you don't get marks for being so close.
What's it? 35%.
Come on. Okay, here we go. 11 out of 25. Let me show you the other technique, folks. Pay attention, please. Pay attention. Equivalent technique is making the fraction equivalent to hundredths. Yeah? So 25 to... How did 25 become 100? What do we do? Time by 4. What you do to the bottom, you do to the... So 11 times by 4 is 44 over 100. So the answer is 44%. That's a different technique for doing the same answer. Job done. Next question. Let's move on. Time is limited. We need to get this work done. We've got some revision topics to do as well.
Why is it so bright?
Okay. Oh, this was a nice question. I like this question. This was a Tinky question.
I already did one number.
Okay, I think I might need to make this smaller because I can't see the question on there. Here we go. Okay, folks, are we paying attention? In this question here, you have to pay. No, this is the one I'm looking at. Daisy knows that the word sum means the answer from adding two numbers together, and that the word product means the answer from multiplying two numbers together. Are we happy with that? Sum means add, and product means times. She writes down two numbers and finds that they have a product of 36. So let's do on the side over here. Oh, that's too thin. So when you, okay, that's better. So when you multiply the two numbers together, it gives you 36. Yeah. But when you add them up, it gives you 13. So let's think about the numbers that multiply to give you 36. Starting with, hang on a second, don't give me the answer straight away. Starting with 1 times by 36, for example, yeah? Or we could have 2 times by 18. Or we could have 3 times by 12. Or we could have 4 times by 9. Or we could have 5 or something, or no? 6.
No.
6 times by 6. Now, these are called the factor pairs of 36. These are all the numbers that will divide into 36. Okay? So all these numbers are factor pairs. Factors are numbers that divide into a number. So 36 will divide by 2 to give you 18 and so on and so on. Now we are looking for now the combination that when you add them up it gives you 13. Now 1 at 36 is not equal to 13. 2 at 18 is not equal to 13. So if you add them. Okay. So 3 add 12 doesn't give you 13, that gives you 15. And 4 add the 9, if you add them up, that gives you
13.
So the right solution is
9 and 4.
4 and 9 or 9 and 4. Okay, that color hasn't come out too nicely on there. So
Next. Go 0.
Let's just
Copy it down because they're not 0.
quickly copy down, yes.
I lost 3 boxes.
4 and 9. Or 9 and 4 in order.
I lost my box.
So we look at all the numbers that multiply to give us 36 and we find the one that add up to give you 13. So we said 4 add 9 is equal to 13. So that was the correct solution here. This one. Because we said that 1 add 36 is not 13. And we said 2 add 18 is not 13.
Oh, 6 and 6.
6 and 6 is 12. And that don't give you 13. Next question. Okay. Right, that was number 15. We are now moving on to number 16. Okay, right. Let's move the page around a bit, teeny bit. So we got the page on maximum zoom, so it should be easy for people who follow us on smartphones. Beautiful. Okay, question number 16. Put a decimal point in these numbers so that the digit 7 stands for the value shown. 7 tens. Okay, right. Let's go for the take a pen. 7 tens. So if that is the tens, then that will be the
Ones.
units, and that will be the tens, isn't it? Yeah, we happy with that?
1 minute. So they changed the order from U to O. They changed units to ones.
Or do they? Never mind. I'm old school. Hundreds and so on. Yes. So if the 7 is the tens, and then on that, so where does decimal point go, Usman, for that one?
Goes just after the 4.
So between the 4 and the
7.
1.
Oh,
So for question number 16, the answer should be 2687. So write that down. 2687.4.1. Next question. The 7 stands for 7 hundredths. So here we go. So that's 7 hundredths. That's the hundreds columns. That means that will next one will be the tenths column, and the next one will be the
100th column.
units column. Is that right, folks? Yeah? Hundredths, tenths, units. So where does the decimal point go now?
In between 1 and 3.
Beautiful. So the answer is 1.37185. Absolutely fantastic, folks. Well done. Okay, let's move on. Thank you, Zaifa, for that question. Well done.
Were you laughing for stuff, Winnie?
Okay, a snail is climbing up a well that is 30 meters deep. It starts at the bottom of the well. Each day it climbs 5 meters. Okay, now watch this. It climbs 5 meters and slides back 1 meter. So it goes up by 5 and goes back by.
1.
So that means it actually goes up by
4 meters.
4 meters per day.
What is it minus 1?
Because it slides back 1. Okay. So it goes there. How many days will it take to reach the top of the well? So if you are doing on day 1, how many meters will it climb altogether?
4.
And the second day, it climb up to? And the third day?
7.
12.
12.
And the fourth day?
16. 15.
Wow, we can't add in fourth now.
Oh, I said
And the fifth day?
20.
20 meters. And the sixth day?
24.
What?
24 meters. And the seventh day?
28.
So how many more meters got left to do? Another? 2. So you have to do
8.
the eighth day to, in order for it, that'll give you 32. So it's how many days will it take to reach the top of the well? For number 17, it will actually take a really 7 and a half days. So we have for here 7.5 days is the actual absolute correct answer, but we can accept 8 meters. 8. Whoops. Oh, excuse me, folks. Mistake there. Look at that mistake. Whoa. Okay, I meant to say 7.5 days. 7.5 days is the correct answer. Okay, but we can 8 days will also be accepted, or vice versa. Okay. Are we happy with that? Okay, let's move on to the next question. If you're not happy, I can't do anything about that.
I'm asking for writing.
Okay, question number 18. Oh yeah, this is the question. Oh yeah, this was the good question.
I don't like this question. I didn't win.
Okay, question number 18. For this particular question, just to give you the quick answers, put you out of your misery. The number that we're looking for is 23.
Yes.
Who got 23? Put your hand up, please. Just put your hand up. Indicate by putting your hand up. Okay. Right, let's go through now.
Have you got any wrong?
Shh. Okay, come on, we're recording now. Get off that.
Please don't get a word.
Okay, Rishi. I thought it was Richie Rich then.
Rookie Lambert.
Okay, Rishi says I am a number. Oh, his number. Rishi, I'm a number more than 15,
But less than 30.
but less than 30. I can be divided by 3 with the remainder of 2. I can be divided by 4 with the remainder of 3. Now the key words here are what?
Divide.
Divided by. Now if something can be divided by 3, that means it will be in the 3 times tables. Now, so let's start off over here. Let's start off with the number 15.
18.
And we're going to go all the way to the number 30. Now it's got to be more than 15.
18.
So, and it's got to be less than 30.
18.
Okay. Now let's have a look now. We're going to go now. Think about the 3 times tables starting from 15. So 3 times tables. So 15, give me the 3 times. Come on, 15.
18.
18, go on. 21, go on.
24.
24, yes.
27.
27, yes.
30.
Okay, remember it's going to be less than 30. So we put 30 here, but we can't really use 30, okay? Because it's not allowed. And we can't use, also we can't use
15.
50 because it's going to be more than 15. So we just put that there and we just kind of, it's there, but we know we can't use it. Lovely. Okay, let's change color now. Let's go to the 4 times table. So it will be divided by 4. Now 4 times table close to the number 15. The closest one is
21.
16.
21.
16, add another 4 will give us.
20.
And then add another 4.
24.
24. And then add another 4.
28. And then you can't do more.
Can't do anymore. Lovely. Now it says that when you divide it by 3, for example. Okay, let's get a 3. When you divide it by 3, you will leave your remainder of
2.
So that means it's in the 3 times table, but add 2 for each time. So for example, so 18 add 2. 21 add 2. 24 add
2.
27 add.
2.
Okay, let's quickly do the next one. You can divide by 4, but you'll have a remainder of 3. That means it's in the 4 times table, but it's just 3 more in the 4 times table. So let's have a look at that one.
19.
So 16 add 3. 20 add 3. 24 add 3. 28 add 3. So now we're looking for the same answers. Let's look for the answers now. Okay, let's go for, what color should we go for?
Blue. No, not blue.
Black.
Purple.
So 18 add 2 is 20.
Yeah.
So this one is 20 now. 21 add 2 is
23.
23. 24 add 2 is
26.
26. 27 add 2 is
29.
29. Lovely. 16 add 3 is
19.
19. 20 add 3 is 23. 24 add 3 is
27.
27. 28 add 3 is
Can't do that.
okay, we can't do that one. So we can check that one out. So we got to find this. What number happens twice?
23.
23. Well done. Well done. So the number 23 is on both lists. So that is the answer. So that was much more of a thinky question. I like that question. Really make you think. Okay, let's move on to the next question without any further delay. The next question is question number
19.
19. Okay. Whatever that was. Okay, I'm sure that was fun. Okay, I gotta make that a little bit smaller, folks, because we can't see the whole question.
I got 10 marks.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
What?
I got 12.
Okay, right. Now, all I'm going to do here quickly, I'm going to do a little bit of adjustment. And folks, please bear with me. Okay, right. Let's go back to brush. Just bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I'm gonna cross out this last box here because it's being cut off by the picture. So that last box, I've placed it at the front. So how many boxes do we still have now in my picture? 5. And in the exam paper in front of you, we also have 5. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Okay, it says, you don't need to copy me because you got 5 for squares. This is for me because it's the way the image is. Okay, Maisie bought 5 tickets to watch a game of ice hockey with her friends. The tickets were numbered in order. When the numbers were added together, a total 200. Okay, what were the ticket numbers? Now we got 5 tickets. What's the first thing that we do? The first thing that we do, hang on a second, is we do our get out 200. You say 200, we divide it by 5. That gives us 40. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the third number, I'm going to put in here 40. Now, what do we know? We know that 40 times by 5 is 200. So the numbers have to be very close to 40. Either a little bit less or a little bit more. But when you add them up, they must give you a total of. Okay, now. So let's think about numbers that we could put over here in our particular selection. What question are we on?
20.
I've just touched something. Excuse me, folks. Have I made it bigger?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. There we go. We're back to where we were. Now, if you got 40 there, what other number could we try from 40?
41.
41. Where should we put 41?
The third box. Fourth.
There you go.
43.
41. And what should we put in the next one?
42.
42.
43.
Now, what should you put in the one before it then?
39.
Okay, now why do you put 39 here? Because
Minus
the one that's missing from here is over here.
38.
And the one before that is going to be
38.
38. Why? Because you got 2 missing from here and you got 2 extra on there. So it balances out. Okay, and all of those actual numbers will work. So you got 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. That will give us a total of 200. Okay, sorry folks. Right, next question. We're adding further delay. There we go. What is 1/4 of 1/4 of 1/4? Now, we should all know that when we are, the word off mathematically means times. So you change that off into times.
Quarter times.
So 1/4 time by 1/4 time by 1/4 will give you what? Same as 1 time by 1 time by 1 on the top.
3.
And 4 time by 4. 1 time by 1 time by 1 is 3.
4 said.
It's 4 now.
That's
Okay, I think it's best we be quiet there. 1 time by 1 time by 1 is 1. I knew that was going to happen sometime. Okay, folks, that wasn't my mistake. That was just one of my students feeling really clever. 1 time by 1 time by 1, they said it was 3. And it's actually 1. Okay, now 4 time by 4 time by 4 will give us in the bottom. Folks?
64.
64. So the answer in this box is
164.
1 over 64. Beautiful. Next question without any further delay. Okay, well done, Josepha, if you got that right. And anybody else who got that right.
Only got 1 wrong, sir.
Okay, that's good. Okay, it says Freddy comes again, has drawn 7. Okay, can we make this a bit bigger because it looks a bit small. Okay, let's just move the page around a bit. Has drawn 7 boxes below. Put the numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 in the remaining empty boxes so that each row and column adds up to 13. So let's move it down a bit. Okay, right, let's go size. Big.
Big.
Red.
Big.
Okay, what question number are we now?
Question
21.
Question 20?
1.
Okay, so what numbers we have here? 5, a 2 and a 6. And the middle one could be 7 and a 4. And the bottom last one could be
3.
that would be the answer.
What if we
So
do
5 add 2, it will give you 7. 7 add the 6 will give you
11? What if we do 7?
7 add 6 is 11. Okay, 7 add 6 is
13.
13. That's 13 this way, and that's 13 that way. It's 13 in every direction.
What if you do 7, 2, 4, and then you do
Okay, what total you get?
5?
Do you get the same total? Okay. Right, next question.
I got that computer.
Was fill in these boxes with the prime numbers that are greater than 20 and less than 40. Okay, let's think about prime numbers then. Here we go. Size. E. Okay, the prime number is greater than 20. Prime numbers are numbers that only have 2 factors.
Yeah.
That means they only divide by 1 in themselves. So after the number 20, what are the prime factors?
23, 29, 31.
20. What about 21? Is 21 prime factor?
No.
No. Sorry, prime number. No. So 23 is. The next one could be 25. No. 27. No. 20.
9.
Yes. What about 31?
Yeah.
Yes. What about 33?
No.
No. What about 35? No.
No.
37?
No. 39.
37.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So we got 23,
Uh,
29, 31, and 37 in any order.
so
Them are the prime numbers greater than 20, less than 40.
I wrote 37, but I said 39.
No, no problem. Yes.
I
Okay, have you got those four numbers?
got 39, 29, 37, 33.
Okay, how many marks is that question worth? 1. To get the full mark, you get every single thing right. If you haven't got it right, put the correction in, please. Put the correction in.
Oh, I
Put the correction in. Okay, a trapezium has one pair of parallel sides. Draw 2 lines and divide this hexagon into 1 trapezium and 2 triangles. Okay, right. So 1 trapezium and 2 triangles. Let's have a look. Let's get a line. Okay, we need a trapezium and 2 triangles.
I made 2 triangles.
So let's try that.
Um,
Okay, that's now what do we have on top? What do we have now? We currently have 2 trapeziums. Now we need some other lines to make what? How many triangles do we need?
2.
2 triangles.
To get
Okay, right now. Change orange now. Change back to line. So from here to. Okay, now do we have a trapezium or 2 triangles?
yes.
Yes? So any variation of that shape. Come on, correct it. Do the correction then. If you've got it wrong, please do the correction. Don't just sit there watching the projected image. Okay, are we happy with that? Next question.
It's 2 marks. Yeah. If you get, how can you get hard?
Take it.
What you
One
got?
line right, one line right.
Maybe.
Oh, number 24.
Draw the reflection of the triangle in the x-axis. Okay, the x-axis is this line over here. Hang on a second. Let's get a nice red color. This here. Okay, let's get a nice big fat pen. This is the x-axis here. So this is your mirror line. So we have to reflect this triangle up here. So this point will go, and this point will go
There.
there, and that point will go
There.
there. And we need to join them all up with a line. So what do we get? We get this, this, and this.
Mine's the opposite.
Okay, are we happy with that? What waves those?
Mine's like that.
Okay, no.
What's the triangle?
You're supposed to draw one triangle on there, which is there. Okay. What is that? Is that all that question is?
Yeah.
Or is it more?
Is another part 3 at the bottom?
Okay, I'll just say well.
90 degrees.
Well, that was easy.
Okay, right. How many images did you draw on the top picture? 4 of them. They actually do one reflection. You've done 4 pictures, 3 images. Wow, amazing stuff. Students here, amazing.
Pretty style.
Okay, yes, a very fresh answer. So delightful. Okay, draw the position of the triangle after rotation of 90 degrees clockwise from 0, 0. So, let's have a look. Let's get a nice big fat pen. So we're going to start from there. We're going to turn the triangle around 90 degrees clockwise. Clockwise meaning the direction of the clock. Which way does the clock go?
This way.
That way.
Right.
So we're going to now get the triangle. This part up here will be now down
Yeah.
here. I need the line. Okay. And that will be down by, what's my by 3?
No, sir. 2.
No, because it's 3, isn't it?
Oh man. I got it wrong.
Okay, are we happy with that, Osmo, yeah? Because remember here, if you look over here, this part is 2 and this part is 3 in the original. And now in the image, in the rotation, this now becomes 2, this length here, and this one becomes 3. The original was 3 over there. Okay. So that's the answer there. Okay, we are happy with that. Next question.
I just did 1 square head.
Okay, Freddie says that 1/5 is. Now this is a good question. It's a nice question to kind of get your brain juices flowing, just for you to think. Freddie says that 1/5 is exactly halfway between 1/4 and 1/6. What do you think? Circle your answer. So the answer actually is false.
What?
Explain your answer. So I'm going to use all the space available for me over here. Let's have a look. Right. Let's start off with the question. So let's work out. Let's choose the number. For example, we could choose the number 60. So let's work out 1/5 of 60. 1/5 of 60 would mean 60 divided by 5, which is
12.
Oh, lovely. So we know how to work out 1/5 of something. Let's work out now 1/4. 1/4 of 60 is equal to
What is 15?
15. And let's work out 1/6. So what's 1/6 of 60?
10.
Is 10. Okay, and the question says that 1/5 is exactly halfway between 1/4 and 1/6. Let's have a look on the line. So here we had 1/4 over here. So this is 1/5, and then we had one. Oops, sorry, wrong way around actually. Okay, pardon me, folks. This should be here really 1/6, and this should be 1/4. And he is saying that in the middle way. So what was 1/6? 1/6 of 60 was equal to what? 10. And 1/4 of something was equal to
15.
15. What's halfway between 10 and 15? What is halfway, folks, between 10 and 15? Come on.
10, 15. What? 12.5.
12.5, well done. And what number did we get for the 1/5?
12.
12. And what should it be? 12.5. 12.5 is halfway. So the answer is false.
Yes.
Okay, and there's the explanation. So the answer would be, let's write one little bit extra. So we can write down here 12. Okay, so 12 is not halfway between 10. What was it? Between 10 and 15. 12.5 is.
No, so you're supposed to write 1/6 and 1/4.
Yeah, so we're just talking about this number there, 12 and this 1/6. Therefore, let me get another line. Therefore, 1/6 is not. That's right. 1/5 is not halfway between a 6 and 1/4. Lovely. Done. Next question. Any more?
Yeah, last question. 26. Chocolate. I got 10 right.
Okay, right. Here we go. Let's move the question down a bit. Let's move the question across a bit. Okay, we'll read the part that's missing. It says here, Maisie has a box of chocolates with 25 chocolates inside. Is that right? Is that all? Inside it. Okay, altogether it weighs 300 grams. When empty, the box weighs 50 grams. How much does each chocolate weigh? So what do we do first of all? First of all, we say 300 grams is the total. We minus the weight of the box. So 300 minus 50 will give us what? It gives us 250 grams. Is that right?
Yeah.
So 250 grams is the weight of the chocolates. So now let's change color. So we can say now 250 grams is equivalent to how many chocolates?
25.
25 chocolates. That's the picture of a chocolate. Okay, so we want to work out the cost of How much, sorry, the weight of each chocolate. Okay. So you want to work out the weight of one chocky. So how do we get from 25 down to 1? What do we do? From 25 down to 1, what do we do?
10.
Divide by 25. So what we do on the right hand side, we do on the
Left-hand side.
so 250 grams divided by 25 will give us
10.
10 grams. So the weight of one of them is 10 grams. Thank you very much for joining us on this particular test paper, folks. This again is the new style for 2015 Key Stage 2 SAT. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully see you for more SAT papers.